So, interesting story with this album. I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect to this album, I had no idea it dropped. Like, no one was. The last, like, thing I heard anyone say about it is they thought one of the alternate covers is trash. And it's the second photo y'all are gonna see. I don't know if y'all are gonna see it yet. It is trash. The one y'all are looking at right now is the album cover, which is cool. I like it a lot better than I like the first one she posted, which is her coming out like this cocoon. It looks garbage. But that is the last discourse I've seen about this album, which is pretty surprising because I like it. I think it's a good album. I've definitely said this before on a video that should be out most likely. That I like Megan Thee Stallion is probably my favorite out of all the female rappers. I feel like she brings a different kind of energy that is just different to most, and she's like the most unique because she has the ability to actually like rap really good, or at least like that I like, with some intensity and actual like lyric ability behind it. I do think she kind of misses the mark lyric wise, kind of in certain parts of this. I feel like certain cuts where she's trying to have like a depressing kind of tone to the song, I almost feel like you're like rapping it too hard, like it sounds like you're kind of going too hard and it doesn't match the lyrics, and kind of the beat doesn't really match the lyrics. Like, I do appreciate what you're talking about. Appreciate's the wrong word. I respect the fact you're talking about the fact you're depressed, and like, just because you have this bomb coochie, she literally says that. I'm pretty sure one of the lines is like, how could someone like with this kind of coochie like be depressed? Which is, it's kind of like, I feel like that's, whenever I first, like, I heard that at the beginning of Boa, I was like, oh, or was it Boa or is it Cobra? I think it's Boa. Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest, certain like kind of cuts like that, they don't feel too unique. And like I do think the snake, like the naming, like them after snake themes, that is cool. However, it kind of messes up because I be getting them confused. But I feel like that sounds way too negative for an album that I just said is good. Hiss is a great intro. Alright, it's a very great intro. I loved it to death. I've had Where Them Girls At on repeat for a while. I love that song. It's a very, very fun sample use, which I feel like is something Megan has always been good at, is like she's very good at utilizing samples. For her betterment. Eat It has a sample and it's a really, really good. I think Opposite Day has a sample too, and I really like it. Those aren't on this album though. That's from her. That's from one of her mixtapes. But I do think a lot of the samples that use on this album are actually really good. I do think whenever Megan does that whole like how did she say, like a tuku girl or whatever, whenever she kind of like tries to get a little exotic-y, like little, like uses a couple different languages. Don't do that, Megan. It don't sound good. It don't sound good leaving your mouth. I don't like that. Pause. But I didn't like that, the Atuku girl. And I don't even remember the name of the song where she had that feature with the is he John? No, I think he was Japanese. I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. I think he was Japanese. Either way, I didn't like his feature for whatever he was. That sounded crazy, but I didn't mean it. Y'all know what I mean. But I feel like the first 4 songs also are much better than the rest of the album. The first 4 songs being Hiss, Where Them Girls At, Rattler, I feel like is a really good song. I'm pretty sure that was in the first 4. I really like Rattler. It's a pretty good song. Very glad this album is under an hour. None of the songs feel like they drag, which I feel like Megan has had certain problems with before in the past. Also, I can't really tell you if this is her best album or not. Her, I don't remember the name of the mixtape now, but the one where she's like a devil on the cover of it, I've always thought that was like the best showcase of her like rapping and her actual like fun music making, I feel like. But I haven't heard that album in a long time, or that mixtape in a long time, ever since it released. So I'd have to go back and listen to it. I have to go back and listen to Good News. I feel like I thought Good News was mid, except for the song with Young Thug, and I liked Crybaby. But those were the only 2 standouts that I remember. I'd have to go back, because I remember the Young Thug's feature on that song is amazing, by the way. What's the name of it? The music video is like themed around Tim Burton stuff. I'd have to go back and look. But back to talking about Megan, the album. I feel like her ad-libs can also get very out of place and not match not match the song, and it gets distracting. Like, I feel like after certain lines you should not go you know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to do that all the time, like I said, I love Where Them Girls At so much. The beat makes me want to dance. Fantastic sample use. Like I said, Megan's always done that. Compare the sample use on this project compared to like the Pink Friday 2, and I feel like you can like tell a noticeable better, like honestly better production as a whole. Not even talking about samples. I feel like this album is like way better produced, but yeah, just a way better use of a sample. I quite like this album, even though like I do think at the end it kind of loses some of the steam that it has. None of the features besides Victoria Monette really do it for me either. I don't think any of them like fit. They don't feel like they fit on this album. Victoria did, and I like her on that song that she's on. What's it called? What's it? Jesus Christ. I hate like trying to remember songs while I'm like making the video because then I don't sound like I actually listened to it. I swear to God I did. I like the song, just you gotta. I don't know. I'm forgetful about a lot of things, and I'll be forgetting the names of songs in like the worst possible moments. But yeah, I mean, honestly, God, I'd give it like a 7. I do think a 7 out of 10 sounds right in my head. That might go up, that might go down, depending on re-listens or comparing it to her other projects. Maybe that might take it down a little bit, but yeah, 7 out of 10. I think that sounds good.